Hey guys, welcome back to another video by Fully Informed Trade, or Fitrade for short, knowledge for everyone. My name is Alex Cho, and today I'm just going to go ahead and review the silver and gold mining companies, talk about the commodity, review what's going to happen, what has already happened, but more importantly, review what's going to happen as well. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and review the charts, review the data, and talk about the possibilities. First of all, the dollar index has continued going lower, and I did mention this gap area was a perfect area of support for a quick scalp. We pretty much got it at around 74.80. It did bounce to 74.90, and again, scalps are basically short-term trades. You get them for maybe a decent bounce, and then you pretty much sell them. If it consolidates, that's really bad, and generally speaking, you're not looking for large profits again. You're trying to scalp. And pretty much I mentioned that earlier on the day in my previous silver to gold video on the evening session silver gold market video. Right now this is the early morning session. It did bounce off of it and then it has continued going lower. So again, this is the only area of support that I was anticipating it to really have a somewhat of a slowdown, but it has continued to break below it, and it's no surprise. And at this point you guys have to say that the profits are relatively limited at this point. The only thing you can really do is to sell the dollar. And yeah, the more the dollar goes down, the more beneficial it is for us silver and gold investors. Now, as you guys can go ahead and see, silver is trading at around 44, 47. It is continuing to get near closer and closer to our $45 target. But I was starting to think that we could even get up to the $50 level as well. Now, part of the reason why I was backing off from the $50 level was because of the Federal Reserve. But I was starting to think the Federal Reserve won't do any tightening quite yet, mainly because of the S&P downgrade. So again, they could use that they could easily use that as an excuse. And if investors start selling in May and going away, that could keep the interest rates or the basis points a little lower, and I guess lower for a little longer. And of course, the Goldman Sachs earnings report might give some reason for the government to, or at least the Federal Reserve Bank, to keep on using those monetary easing measures for a little longer. And of course, Ben Bernanke is getting a lot of bang out of his own buck, and basically he is pumping up the economy, he is doing a lot of manipulation, and it turns out it's actually working. So again, he's trying to do whatever he can to keep on doing this. And there's this interesting thing. I mean, silver went all the way down to 43.30. That's a fake print. Don't ever take those too seriously. But yeah, so don't worry about that. That's just a fake print. And fake prints are pretty much a huge sell in a very short period of time, in a 5-minute time frame, and then it continues to go back up. Sometimes you see computer programs rapidly execute sell orders without any bid orders coming in, and you'll see a quick drop, and then it'll go up just as fast as it came down. So again, just look at, if you guys are noticing that candlestick, don't worry too much about it. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next chart, which is the gold market. Gold market is breaking above our 1,500 area. Like I was anticipating us to 1,500 to 1,600, we've gotten there. And again, do I think we'll stay above there? Yeah, for a little longer. I think we could stay above there. Once stocks start selling in May, which I think a lot of people are anticipating to happen, I'm starting to think it's definitely a possibility. I think we should definitely consider it. And because of that, when that happens, you could see the dollar go up. That would have a negative impact on gold somewhat, but for right now I'm going to remain bullish on gold and silver. And what can I say? A weakening dollar, a strengthening commodity market. Now, as far as stocks are concerned, I've not really liked the silver and gold mining stocks these last couple of days. They haven't been going up based on the stock indexes. They haven't been following the commodity. You don't have much predictability out of these stocks. However, they have fallen substantially from their recent highs, and I will owe it to them for giving us around a 15% correction on Pan American silver, and around, let me look at it from a longer term perspective, on the daily chart it has fallen by around, give or take, 15 to 20% as well. So if you look at it that way, it is a pretty decent time to buy back into it, but there is some risks involved. And again, I have to say, we could buy back into it, but if you guys, chances are these stocks will go up. I mean, as you guys can go ahead and see, global markets have done very, very, very well for themselves overnight. Asian markets were up substantially, and so are European markets as well currently. So the FTSE 100 is up by around 1.87%, and I believe, I'm not sure exactly how Asia is doing. I believe though that Asian stocks were up, give or take, around 1.8% in certain areas. Let me double check that. Yeah, the Nikkei was up around 1.8%, Hang Seng was up 1.6%, and the Australian index was up around 1.37%. So stocks are geared to be pretty positive. If there's any day that First Majestic Silver can have honest to goodness, decent rally, it would have to be tomorrow. So again, this stock has been a nightmare. I got rid of it on Friday, but at the same time, it hasn't really performed as well as we would have liked. But I think that now might be a very good time to get back into it. Pan American Silver, would you go back to that chart? Yeah, Pan American Silver has been even worse. If you guys can go ahead and see Monday and Tuesday, it has continued to sell. But if there's any opportunity, if there's any chance, if there's any way, if there's any day that we can anticipate a major rally in this stock, a comeback rally, I guess you could call it, it would basically have to be tomorrow, because the U.S. markets have been extremely, and I mean extremely strong on basically Tuesday. Wednesday, European and Asian markets responded extremely strong, and therefore we can anticipate the overall, trading programs and the trading systems to factor in all of that and start buying into these undervalued plays. Along with that, you have to realize that silver and gold has gone up, so you're going to see a lot of automated trading programs come back into these silver and gold mining companies. At least that's what I'm anticipating. I don't think the markets will fool me, at least not on Wednesday. But if they have, well, I guess I made a big mistake. But again, if you guys want to approach silver and gold with less risk, then I highly suggest the ETFs. The AGQ Fitrade Ultra Silver is highly correlated with the rise or fall in silver, and right now silver is rallying. I've been a bull on AGQ at least yesterday. I mean, at the open I was actually very bullish on AGQ, believe it or not, and it has gone up by around $10. And I anticipate it to go up even more tomorrow. As far as the Silver Trust, I didn't get involved with it because I was putting my capital towards AGQ, which is the Pro-Charged Ultra Silver. Worked out beautifully. SLV has continued going higher. Again, I have no clue whatsoever as to why the SLV did sell off on the Tuesday open. If I go ahead and pull up the dollar index, yeah, Tuesday open. Oh, I mean, if you guys notice at the Tuesday open, there might have been a slight rally in the dollar index, but I mean, after the dollar index has already pulled back by such a huge margin, I was thinking to myself, no, I think silver and gold will go up. So that's kind of why I exposed myself to SLV, GLD, and not really the SLV, GLD, but more like the AGQ. And again, in my previous videos, I've been very, very, very vocal about my positive attitude as far as silver has been concerned. And no doubt, silver has continued to go up on Monday and even on Tuesday. So again, stick with silver more than anything else. And if you guys want to take the least risk approach as far as paper assets are concerned is the SLV. Following that is the AGQ. Then you got the silver mining companies, which is the First Majestic Silver or the Pan American Silver. And then after that, which is a little more risky, is of course the Silver Spot Forex. And it's not a bad idea to be bullish on the Silver Spot Forex. And then even more riskier than that is the silver futures, and then of course you got the silver future options. So again, a lot of ways to play. I decided to go with AGQ, and right now I am not exposed to First Majestic Silver or Pan American Silver. I might consider buying back into one of these two tomorrow if I get the right type of movement and the right momentum out of these stocks. But at the very least, Pan American Silver is trading at the bottom of this trend line. It has strong, globally stocks have been strong. Overnight, silver has been very strong. Dollar has been extremely weak. Therefore, I can only be very, very happy for Pan American Silver. This is the stock I'm really rooting for. I'm thinking that it could finally make a pullback or pivot off of support level for once. Alright? So again, that is it for me for today. If you guys are interested in my videos, please be sure to go ahead and subscribe, as I will have more content for you in the coming weeks, months, and days. And also, if you guys want to use the same charting software I use, be sure to go ahead and check out the link right below this video. Anyway, that does it for me for today. Take care, folks, and I hope you guys have great results on your trading.